Hi, welcome to Jennings Orthodontics. I'm Dr. Brad Jennings, and I'm going to take you on a little backstage tour to show you all the neat stuff I got. First thing you'll see when you walk in the office is a full-size Gene Simmons costume. This is the actual bass that he played on stage in 2010. The costume is one that I actually wore one time. I twisted my ankle 6 times, and it's hot as blazes, and so I refuse to ever wear it again. This is where it all started. When I first started collecting, I just had pictures on the wall at my old office, and it quickly grew into my large collection. It actually started with Ted Nugent. When I was a child, we owned a huge hunting store in Tennessee called Dunn's, and he called my dad and wanted to order some stuff for some of his shows when he shot a bow and arrow on stage. Dad had no earthly idea who he was, but he was so cool. He sent my brother and I all kinds of autographed pictures, pics, backstage passes and stuff. So actually, the idea started with the Nuge. All right, next up is the actual stage monitor used by Guns N' Roses, so Axl could read the lyrics to songs and probably sometimes tell him what city he is in. All right, many of y'all remember playing this at Steak and Ale with your parents as a child. The authentic Miss PacMan tabletop game. This is where all the moms can dominate their children. Kids may be good at dealing with 13 buttons, but they have no idea what to do with a joystick. Over here we have a jumpsuit from Van Halen from the 1984 tour that was owned by Eddie Van Halen. I was gonna try and wear it myself for Halloween one time. It wasn't happening. I don't know if a kid this small could fit in this thing. This is actually a pretty cool little item here. This is a guitar actually owned by Les Paul that I picked up at his estate sale after he passed away. Many don't know that the original Les Paul was this type of guitar, but he hated the shape so much he told them to remove his name from it. This eventually was called the SG, that stood for solid guitar. This is one of my personal favorites. This is one of the amps used by Eddie Van Halen on the 2007 tour. It actually has a serial number of 27. He signed it for us as well. Many of y'all have seen this thing. It used to hang in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Annex in New York City. It was so cool, I couldn't even fit it in my old office, so I had to tuck it away for several years until I built this joker out. One of my all-time favorite bands, the Smashing Pumpkins. This is the snare drum used by Jimmy Chamberlin on their 20th anniversary tour. For all the metalheads out there, this is a cab guitar speaker used by the band Ministry. I bought it at an auction, and when I loaded my car, it felt kind of light. Once I got home, I found out that the tech had pulled all the speakers out. Al Jorgensen, the lead singer of Ministry, was so embarrassed. He sent me tons of autographed posters that he had, DVDs, guitar picks, all this neat stuff to help make up for it. All right, this has some really cool yet creepy history to it. This is an Oberheim synthesizer owned by Trent Reznor of 9 Inch Nails that he used on the Dower & Spiral and Broken albums. He actually rented out Sharon Tate's old house that was famous for Charles Manson, and then also moved it to his New Orleans studio, which was an abandoned funeral parlor. This one's actually pretty cool. Scott Ian of Anthrax sold me one of his actual personal guitars as a prototype that he used on tour. Here's an item that's pretty hard to come by. It was owned and worn by the late great Randy Rhoads, the guitarist for Ozzy Osbourne, famous for playing Crazy Train. Here I have a pair of Slash's pants that he had from his tours. I had to try them on and almost had to call 911 to help get them off of me. This is where all the genius happens. It's where I build guitars on my lunch break and all. Actually, this is a bad idea. These are all the t-shirts I acquired over the years that my mom didn't make into dust rags growing up. This is another personal guitar I acquired this time from Bruce Kulick, who's a former lead guitarist for Kiss. He actually got to check out our website and he got a huge kick out of it. Right here we have a leather jacket that was owned by Peter Criss of Kiss. Came upon this at the auction because he just released a book and he didn't say some nice things about his ex-wife, so she put all his things onto auction. Now I have it in my office. Here we have a robe slash jacket slash shirt that Steven Tyler used back in the day that you actually can find in his autobiography. I did try this one on and it did fit me, but it looked quite odd. Now you've seen all my favorite things. Until I get something else next week, I gotta get back to work.